And we're going to start this month with a brief video. This month, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on the term affordability and what this means. This is a very timely topic given that interest rates are going up rather dramatically from over a year ago, and housing prices continue to go up. So what does all this mean, and how is affordability actually defined? And of course, we'll talk about what's going on in the Santa Clarita Valley, as we always do in these market clarity updates. So this is what affordability means, and this is the definition by the National Association of Realtors. And it basically measures whether or not a typical family home could qualify for a mortgage loan on a typical home. A typical home is a single family home, and we're looking at the median prices of single family homes across the country. A typical family is defined as one earning the median family income provided by the Census Bureau. And we need to use the prevailing mortgage rate for loans closed on existing homes, and that's published by the Federal Housing Finance Board. And we're considering a 20% down payment, and we're determining if the median family income can qualify for a mortgage loan with a qualifying ratio of 25%. So when all these components are combined together, then if that ratio is more than 25%, well, then homes are more affordable. If that ratio is less than 25%, then homes are less affordable. So what is affordability historically and right now? So you could see right now our affordability is about 135% based upon that ratio. I beg your pardon, it's not 135%, it's 135. And because this is an index going back to 1990. 135 historically is a pretty high affordability ratio when you go back through history, although you could see it has fallen down considerably since 2016, and it actually reached its peak during the pandemic in 2020. As prices increase and interest rates increase, of course, affordability falls. Of course, this orange period here is the Great Recession, which was marked by a substantial decrease in housing prices, as well as interest rates. And that made affordability extremely high. But now it's starting to fall back more towards normal levels when you look back through history. From taking a lending perspective, the lending guidelines indicate that principal interest payments on a home should not exceed 28% of 28% of gross income of a family or the borrower. And that means that, and that's using a loan of 20% with a 20% down payment, or 80% loan to value. So we can see here that if the normal lending standard is 28%, we're right now about 29%, up substantially from 22.4%, where we were just last fall. We're now at around 29%, a little bit higher than the 28%. So homes are now reaching affordability limits from a lending perspective. We can expect to see a fall off in the number in demand because there's fewer borrowers who can qualify for these loans, although inventory is still very, very short. We're going to shift gears now to what's going on in the Santa Clarita Valley. We're looking at these graphs based upon 3-month aggregated data for single-family condominiums and townhouses, and broken out between attached and detached. Detached is typically a single-family home. So looking at these graphs, we can see this first graph is for active listings for March 2022. You can see that active listings has fallen off year over year for the last 2 years. We're down 18.5% and 31.5%. For the month of, for pending sales, for March pending sales, that too is down from the preceding year, but up a little bit over where we were in 2020. It's fallen off pretty significantly, about a third from where we were in 2021 though. So March closed sales is slowed down from last year, but it's still up from 2020. Of course, single-family homes have now reached a median price of $841,000, by far a record high. Overall, we're at $775,000 for a median-priced home, including attached homes in the Santa Clarita Valley. And this is a 20% increase over last year versus a 15% increase over the prior year. So since 2020, home values have increased a good 30 to 35% in the Santa Clarita Valley. Now that interest rates are going up, they're just going to become less affordable. But there is a scarcity of inventory available. So the expectation is that home prices will continue to appreciate for the foreseeable future, at least for this year. Look at how fast they're turning over, though. It takes a week to get a home in escrow, about the same as last year. Median days on market is about 7 days. And then the March supply of inventory is 0.8 months. 5 months, folks, is considered to be a normal market. Anything less than 5 months is a seller's market. And less than 1 month, of course, we're in a hyper seller's market. And the reason is because we just don't have a lot of homes available for sale. Of course, if you're interested in learning more, please give us a call.